Honey Gin cares.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Just give me some more. Have it in. Give me some more. Just give me some more.
Why, hello, and welcome to my Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. We are a proud part of the Bar Cart Co-op with other fantastic shows like Bourbon Turntable, which feature Kevin Rose and Drew Crowley, where they blend their love of whiskey and the love of music, and another great show which features Alan Bishop and Christy Atkins in Distillers Talk, where they take things to the next level when they're talking with other distillers and people in the industry. So make sure you take a time to check those out. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Mike. It's a holiday weekend, and I can't be more excited to spend it with anyone else. So we're kicking it off night with
just a couple of guys spending a weekend together.
Exactly. And we're going to be drinking some. Well, tonight it's not whiskey. We're trying other spirits. We're branching out. We are going to be trying some of. Yep, screwed some up over there. We're going to be trying some of the honey gin. Not this one. That's the original honey gin from Natural Spirits. We're trying the barrel aged honey gin that just recently came out, and the famed Cantaloupe Liqueur. We're doing both of those tonight. Before we go any further, Mike, what should we tell our guests here this evening?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification to find out when new episodes are coming out, which are usually Monday nights live. Share with your family and friends. Leave a comment down below, or if you're watching Monday Night Live, leave a comment in the chat with the nice people.
Excellent. That is correct. Now, we had Dave Schlaffer on, who founded Natural Spirits, and they recently opened up their own distillery in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. It's not open to the public yet, but they are doing production there right now. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to be putting a link up in the corner here to that show. Make sure you go check that out, because it will have much more information than you have here, addressing some of the things we're going over. But fill people in just as you're coming in here. We just got done with 3 whiskey tasting. We did Cedar Ridge. We tasted through some of their whiskeys. Now, knowing what we've touted about the Cantaloupe Liqueur, we figured we'd put it to the test, but you can't put it to the test unless you're at least 4 drinks past to see how revitalizing or just bringing things back to life are. So we're going to start out tonight with the barrel aged gin, which is.
Can
right
you
here,
explain
Yes.
why is it honey gin? Is it a gin that then they add honey to, or do they finish it in honey barrels?
It is. Hold on, I believe it's made with raw honey that they add afterwards. Use juniper and raw local honey. Yeah, it's actually a part of it. I believe it's the base. Hold on. Too many screens at the top. Sorry about that. I get back here. I moved it a little bit. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so people can see.
Not me.
Not you. I can get it up here. Right now, the honey is all right at the bottom. So I mentioned before when I did this, it turns into, if you give it a little swirl here and get her moving, it turns completely cloudy and different color where you can't see through it, and almost to the point where you can see the particles kind of weaving in and out. There are some other drinks that are pink and purple and kind of girly drinks but you can see everything swirling together, and that's the draw on those. This is that raw honey at the bottom here that's been infused with it. that's actually spinning around quite a bit, and it changes. You can tell how much that kind of kicks up in there once you start moving it around. So I wanted a chance to get to see that, and I'm going to do that here. Kind of a suggestion to you before you pour it out of yours, because whatever's in there was hiding at the bottom.
I just did that. So this reminds me of well, it's another smallish distillery, Cat's Eye in Iowa. They've got a fall spirit called Krupnik that is basically honey and spices, and so the honey and the spices and everything settle in there, and you shake it up, and I mean, just on looks alone, if you give it to somebody, like, I ain't drinking that. It's like, you need to filter that water. but it's, man, it is a beautiful Christmas in a glass.
Mm-hmm. So this one, what we I went to Distill America this year. One of the things that Dave was letting people try, and I kind of got up there right away to try, was he had kind of 3 different versions of this, where it was aged, I think it was like 3, 6, and maybe like 9 months or a little bit longer on the last one. You got to see how much the barrel had affected the gin in the process, and he was looking for open input, which is, you know, really neat and fantastic when you go to an event like that, that you get a chance to have that be a factor. You get to, you know, you get to give your honest opinion, and people really do appreciate it. I had liked where it was kind of I think the 6 month, and a little bit longer was the later one, where it was like almost more of like a 75% influence on it. I think they went with the 50 on this one, which I think would appeal to more people. The other one was a little bit heavier. This one, it does come down to 40%, 40% in it though. So, and it was, this one was 3 months is what it was. I was going to say the heavier one was 6. This one was 3 months that we have here. Ooh.
Not to simplify.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Not to simplify, but it's gin and honey, but the botanicals are muted for a gin. Like we've not being a gin person, but having had gins where it's like, that's enough. They're muted for a gin.
I don't know. For me, I'm maybe I don't know if I'm muted. Like it's like I'm getting the juniper a lot as I'm coming in. Like you can tell that's in there. But I get the muted. I think what you're thinking is that the honey's almost like drizzled over the gin. Like like it was almost put in the gin basket with it over the top. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but it has that feeling like everything was soaked in it.
It's like weighing down, so the botanicals are not rising up out of it. They're there under this layer of honey.
Tim, good to see you.
I'm gonna dive right in.
Okay. The honey is sweet in there, and it tames down the backside, maybe even 2/3 of what I think the gin might be. I feel like the honey just starts to taper it off on the backside. Like as soon as that starts to kick up in flavor, that just starts to kind of slow everything down and bring it to like that nice end finish to it, where it rounds out more honey and a little bit of barrel, and it's almost forgotten most as a gin for me on the finish.
Yeah, no, this is boy, this would be a really nice sitting at the fire pit.
It's
yeah.
Well, that's what
Tim, it puts the sticky all over your mouth, but not so sticky that it takes 3 washcloths to wash up when you're done. Natural Spirits, that was a free endorsement.
Yeah. You get like this the juniper and the other notes and fennel, you just get this right about a fresh note, right as it breaks for me, right? It would be like kind of the point where that I've had it would be like enough for me. Then the honey starts to pick up, starts to pull down the finish. You don't get as much of the gin on that. It really flows through nice. It's a neat layering. Where I was going to say what we had before on something else was,
Yeah.
I don't want to say not as integrated, but you can tell this is where that kind of starts really leaning in and torquing it. I think I remember liking this one because the barrel on the later one, you started getting more barrel notes, not just the honey. You started picking up more wood notes and stuff, where there would be a certain clientele for it. But overall, I think this is a much better choice for a wider audience. I think you might even mention something like that, where it's the one with more time was only like maybe 10 people liked it, where like 40 people liked kind of where this one was at, which is good barometer for things if you're testing it.
This is, I mean, just sitting with this and just kind of letting it do its thing with the flavors and everything. I mean, it works. Like if you just said, "Hey, here's a honey gin," I'm not big on honey drinks. I'm just getting into gin, so I'm really picky about gins. But this works. Like you could just sit and just drink this.
You had a couple ice cubes. I was gonna say otherwise easy, something you could easily find a cocktail for that this could be a part of. You could hot toddy this if you wanted to.
Sure, you could. That would be a really interesting hot toddy.
I mean, that's just where I went, because I was going to say it has some notes in there I think would play well with that. But yeah, easily used in cocktails, but I think that's it's interesting. I was going to say, as far as a gin,
I mean, can you imagine this as using this for a martini?
Yeah. Like I said, it's because it plays that down at the right point for me, and
Yeah.
like I said, right where the botanicals kind of rise up, and like the honey just kind of dampens it out. You just get a little bit of that. It just has a nice mellowing factor when you're finished with it. Kind of. I think it's not like a roller coaster per se, but it has that where you climb up to a peak quick. And then it's like you're following the rest, that bend around before you come back to the tracks and have to get off. And you're like, whoa, hey, yeah, that was really nice. Like it had that nice rise and it had this really nice slow to it.
And there's a citrus at the end too.
Yeah, I couldn't peg that for a second.
It's almost orange, but it's not orange. It's like it hints on that,
I think going in right here, I think grapefruit.
Well, you're having a grapefruit night.
I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know if I don't eat grapefruit, so I don't know if I'm pregnant or what's going on there. So, but I'm excited.
I'm gonna have a second little dab of this just because it's fun.
All right,
I like it.
I'll set her down and turn it around here in a second. And the honey on this, you can tell is a natural honey, because it's got kind of like, it sounds weird, but it has like that farmer's market quality. It's got the honey, but it's got a little bit of like the actual waxiness feel to it. I really like that.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
I'm not going to say gin is climbing the charts overall for me, but it's starting to get a few more notches in the belt when we're going through here, that people are making some stuff that's
well, I think, and when word gets out that you're not a gin person and people are like, okay, I got something that you should try, because there are some that are just
they're
too much.
Everyone's had them.
Disturbing. That's a good word.
They're disturbing. Like I remember that. Well, I think my mom was flashback. My mom was getting Tom Collins's, but and we were at a wedding, and my mom doesn't drink very much, and everyone's like, "Man, your mom's really going through on what?" So I came up to the bar. I'm like, "What's going on?" Is she here? Here, she's handing them off to my dad, and my dad's starting to hand them off to me, and I like had it, and I'm like, not 21 yet. So I think it's a trap. I blatantly ask. I'm like, "Is this a trap?" Like, we're at a wedding. You know that sometimes I may have a few drinks with friends, but it's not like I openly drink around the family. This is a trap, right? No. They start sliding them to me. They're the worst thing. Like, I took a drink and I coughed, and I was just like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Just give that back to the man. There's no way anyone can drink that." It was like drinking pine salt. It was disgusting. And I think that is a lot of what a lot of parent experiences people had with gin. Just bad gin, where it just tastes like you're licking that air freshener, the wood, the forest air freshener. That's what it tastes like. Ugh. So I don't know.
All right. Are we ready?
Are we ready? I don't know. I don't even need to refresh my palate because
I mean, that's just it. We've built this one up as the refresher, as the third and fourth win giver, as the thing that cut through everything that we had, as if, this was the thing, and have fond memories of this and what it did.
Yeah.
So and knowing, as Dave said, like you buy this stuff, it's got a hell of a shelf life, and it's all natural.
Yeah, which is the one thing that we found. I found extremely exciting because it is a cantaloupe, not just liqueur. It's a cream liqueur, and usually it has a very short shelf life. And they took the time to research it, develop it, put in the time that it has. Yeah, an extremely long shelf life. Not that it's really going to last that long in your house.
No,
but it just is what it is. So. It's a little thick, but it is the Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur. I'm bringing it up here. And when I first, let's just give it an honest review. Let's not jump into what happened in the past here. So, coming up to the nose, it smells like a dreamsicle, but a little bit off. Obviously because it's the cantaloupe version. No, but I mean it does. I mean, if you're going down that path, that's
dreamsicle's gone bad.
and in an excellent way. But yet you get the thing is
you get on the nose, just like the night that we had it. I'm like, this is not something I would normally drink. But like you say, it smells like a melted dessert, melted fruit dessert.
And it's okay. So, and the cantaloupe part, which is neat on this, is what I get like the whole extent of it, like the rich part in the middle. I mean, you smell it all the way out to the rind, like it's almost cut all the way in there.
Someone just sliced a fresh cantaloupe right in front of you.
Yeah. Well, 1 second, my camera's looking a little fuzzy. We'll try to fix that here in a second, but. And the cream part isn't overpowering. You know what I mean?
No.
Sometimes you can get like that or get like a heavy cream or something where it almost smells. Yeah, it doesn't smell like that. It's light in there.
Yeah.
And
okay. Now
bright pop. My nose is already. I've woken up already just on the nose.
It's like smelling salts. Like it hits you and it's like, yeah. So we have had tonight, because we did an earlier recording. So we had 3 from Cedar Ridge. We had the quintessential single malt. We had the double barrel bourbon, and then we had the port finished bourbon. Mm-hmm. So we had all 3 of those. Then we just had the natural spirits barrel aged honey gin, and then now it's this. And the honey gin cut through anything that I had left on my palate. That's just like, you're in honey gin country now.
Yeah, you left bourbon. You left bourbon land.
Or you drove through Bourbon Town. You're in honey gin territory.
And this, which, like you said, it's like smelling salts. I mean, it is. It's like boom, my eyes kind of light up. It forces you to like pay attention again.
I mean, it's like cantaloupe. Smells like if you imagine cantaloupe ice cream.
Yeah, which is another way, and one of the many drinks that you can use this in is mixed with ice cream or blended, which I think would be a fantastic way to use it. It is 15% alcohol. So, right around wine.
It's you get invited to somebody's house and they're like, bring some fruit. You bring a bottle of this. You put that on the table for ahead of time. Just say, I got your fruit right here, buddy. Yeah. All right.
Oh. And it's not chilled right now. And if it's chilled, it's got a whole nother level to it. Oh yeah, big option for smoothie, Tim. You could easily slide this into a smoothie and all sorts of different stuff. Limitless.
Yeah.
I've done this with a smoky whiskey. Fantastic. Okay, sorry. Go on, Mike.
You've had this with a smoky whiskey?
Yeah, put a little smoky whiskey in here. Put
Really?
it together. Oh yeah.
Might have to try that before the show's over. Okay. It has taken over everything. It's not. We're not talking a hostage situation like Brimstone. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. Brimstone. It's just like we're not leaving the bank until I get what I want. I mean, this is taken over. Yeah. I mean, all the memories of this, like that the first time trying this, where it gave us our third and fourth wind at Distill America. All of that is coming back. We're just like, I am refreshed. Let's go do something. Mm-hmm. This is like it's like taking an energy drink before you go out.
Ooh. I was along the same lines as that. Just when I was thinking like you're all like you're kind of tired. You've had a few drinks. It's like whatever. It's like, oh, you had this. It's like, boom. Let's go do something.
Okay, I would maybe even go out on a limb to say the people that I got one of my sisters-in-law, she likes a nice Sunday morning mimosa, as a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. Have that on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, just add on ice is an easy way to do this. You don't need to make it any more complex than that.
No. But this chilled in the morning.
Yeah. I was gonna say just leave it in the freezer, pull it out, bang, done. But like you said, yeah, the cream on this is what does it. It layers over other stuff and it's not thick. It's gone. It's almost running gone away already, but it's done its job of covering other stuff up, leaving you with that fresh, fruity cantaloupe kind of, like you said, freshly cut. It's like woken you up. It's revitalized you. It's kind of brought you back for a second. And I'm ready to try 3 or 4 other things right now. And I was ready to be done. I was like, we'll call it, Mike. I'm like, right now, another show. I could do it. And it's cool because every time I go back to it, it's almost like putting it to a test with people. It is. It's like putting it to a test with people. But what if, like, there's going to be a Wisconsin trip coming up, like there has been a Kentucky trip coming up, and after you have like a day of whiskey, 2-3 distilleries, and then you're going out and doing other stuff, you're like, what? It's like, whoop, boom, slide this in at some point where you're getting tired. You wouldn't think so, but all of a sudden you wake back up. I haven't had that with many drinks at all, but it snaps you awake. Oh, and Nomad, it is not like the mango brandy. It's mainly because of the creaminess in this and the cream liqueur. I get what you're mentioning. No, I'll have some of this for you. We'll try it. You'll definitely see it's a different flavor completely and complexity. The brandy isn't coating as this is. This is just bang done. It's neat because you moved on, and it's almost at the finish like you had some sherbet.
Okay, yeah, no, it is. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, not just the morning, but nighttime. You're just like, I just have a little bit at night. All right. So what was your smoky? What did you do? A little 50-50, just a little dab? What'd you do?
Just like a little dab, maybe a quarter. Maybe I don't know if I have one at arm's length right now. For me, but yeah, it was just like maybe a quarter, a little splash in there.
Just a little splash. All right, I'm gonna throw I'm gonna drop some Beastie on it.
Whoa. Okay, you're going. All right. I think I went.
Beastie Boys are going to the fruit market.
I think I went American smoke, so it didn't have maybe that little medicinal note that you might pick up in there. So we'll see what happens for you. I'm looking around. I'm trying to see if I had something here that. What do we got here? It's the Leopold
All right.
Brothers Holiday
Should I
Edition.
do a little? Oh, you got Leopold Holiday?
I think Kev hooked me up.
Oh, well, we were supposed to get
Yeah. Benji, come home. Hashtag weed dudes.
dudes.
Hashtag send Mike his body.
Oh. No, it threw a little something funky on there, and I do not dislike it. But but I'm having this fruity sweetness or whatever, and then there's just like something right, you know?
Yeah, it's like the extreme of it, or it's like the other side. It's like taking the depth of it, and and the smoke layer I thought was just different and it's neat. I like the way that plays into it. Incredibly dangerous drink.
Yeah, I could see a bottle disappearing in a night.
Oh, easily. Or other, I mean, like when people say wine goes, if you were going to a party, I'd probably bring 2. Because it's one of those ones that people, I don't drink. I don't even like that much. It's, oh, I love this.
Okay. I like that with that little bit of smoke. That was a good suggestion. It is not a creamy mouthfeel in the sense that you would want with a whiskey. It is a creamy mouthfeel, like you just took a swig of full fat milk and ate fruit and maybe chewed on a cigarette, burning cigarette ash. All great things. No, that was good. That was a night. Now here's a test to see if the legend of the Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur lives on in that same glass. I'm going to put a little bit of that, put it back in there, and I want to see if it cuts through what's left of the wee Beastie.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the legend of Briscoe County Jr., but with Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur.
That's fair. It's it's one of the few things I've seen that has just been like.
Okay, I'm not kidding. There's no smoke in the glass. I mean, I put some back in there. There's no smoke in the glass.
It squashed wee Beastie.
It finally found something to kill the Beastie. Pour cream on it.
It's hard not. I would not think. Normally I would think orange or something else, but the cantaloupe just has this weird little neat twist to it. Now
there's something about it.
Maybe
it's the natural cream that's doing it though.
That's true. Could be playing with it really well. I mean, obviously it is, but they do have like a maple bourbon one. They have a couple other ones as well too. All of those are really good. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a mango one. I like that one. I was gonna say the cantaloupe to me is like clearly the star. There's a maple bourbon barrel coffee cream liqueur. So that's got everything in it. And the Christmas one that I also liked a lot. It's a gingerbread cream liqueur. That one, whew, that one's fantastic for winter too. You can sign a couple of those up. I could easily do a Christmas party with a couple bottles of the gingerbread and a couple bottles of the Cantaloupe. You might as well throw the maple bourbon coffee when it's just like 2 of each, and there's my party.
Yeah.
There's my party. You want ice cream drinks? You can make that. Or use the blender. If I can trust
Well,
it.
I remember David said also the spirits and spice.
Mm-hmm.
Some of their stuff, that's his stuff that's on their site. It's not
Yes.
this, but other things that they make, other flavored ones, and all the stuff that, as he said, there's no artificial flavoring. Everything is all natural flavoring. Figures out way to do natural flavorings for the spirits.
And like preservation for it.
Yeah.
To keep it that length, which is really neat. Whew. I'm almost not focused. Seriously, like I'm way awake right now.
Yeah. Just like that deleted sing in Kingpin. Tastes better right from the spigot.
Mm.
It's really, again, this is no kidding. If you have this, Pat's suggestion of the smoky whiskey, it was nice with that little bit of smoky whiskey, but it killed. What would be really interesting to try? I'll have to try this when I can get to it. Is to have some brimstone, because one of my favorite things about brimstone is that it's still with you the next day.
That's true.
And what I'm wondering is if you can have a brimstone and then follow it with this and see what happens.
I think that's a challenge.
I think that is a challenge.
That's a challenge. We may have to make that work and make that happen for people. I love both the whiskeys. My brimstone's on. That's a different day, Mike. Just hold on. It's a different day. I know you're excited.
Well, I was thinking I could probably get it if you want me to do it.
No, I need to find mine. I think I have a brimstone here, but I don't know where it is. It's downstairs, and I'm not finding it in the next 20 minutes.
We'll do a brimstone challenge.
I like it. We'll
throw that on something.
There's one other. There's another way we could test it. It's not as pleasant as brimstone. Malort.
I mean, do you have a Malort handy?
Downstairs. Give me a minute.
Everything's downstairs.
Well, that's where.
All right. If you're going to do that, then get it. If you're going to do that, then grab your brimstone too.
I won't find it that fast.
All right, get your Malort. We'll do the.
Malort.
All right.
Okay.
I'll talk while we do this here. Yeah. We've talked about this Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur for almost 2 years, and it lives up to our own hype, and it lives up to the legend. It is a resetter, is a refresher. The fact that what it did to the wee Beastie, yeah, it's pretty good, and it's extremely refreshing on its own. All right, there he is. All right, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'll grab mine.
I'm back in the game.
All right, hold on. We are back.
Whew. All right, for those of you, hey Renita, good to see you. We are putting Natural Spirits Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur to the test. Mike had a good idea with leading with brimstone to see how that would do, if that would cover it up, and I can't find my brimstone that quick. But this is making me nervous. We do have some Malort left here, so we're going to try that first.
Okay. Are you pouring Malort, or are you going to take a shot of Malort out of the bottle?
I can just take a sip.
I mean, it's Malort, so I mean,
right.
There's a certain amount of white trash that you have to live up to here. Cantaloupe got cantaloupe liqueur and a salty grapefruit spirit.
Mm. Yeah, I was not ready for that right now.
I'll make sure to get it all over. Get it all up in there. It is salty grapefruit.
It's not good. Sorry.
Because remember, folks, Malort, Gibson's Malort. It's not the taste; it's the aftertaste. All right.
Oh my God! I hope this works.
I'm gonna try to pour an equivalent amount of. Actually, no, a little bit less liqueur than I actually had of Malort. The legend of the Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur. All right,
I'm twitching now. All right,
got an upset tummy. Try this.
Yeah, I bet you this works.
All right,
hopefully.
We ready?
Mm-hmm.
We found the Malort killer, folks.
Wow.
I tried to kill. Remember when we had the Malort?
Oh yes.
I tried to kill Malort with Wee Beastie and some other stuff. Couldn't kill Malort. I will say this though: there's one thing that comes through, is that the bitter saltiness is still there.
Yes, the saltiness part.
But it's just on the outside, and that's only just one sip. Let's try 2 sips. But I'm telling you,
like my stomach knows I did it, but my mouth doesn't.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Patrick? It's like all those characters, like in everything you always want to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask. He's doing it again.
I wish he'd stop.
Okay. Switched it around a little bit.
Wow. See? That's there. That's the endorsement. Bang.
That's right. Yeah, natural spirits. He should do his marketing and should just have like someone with a bottle of cream liqueur and they're flipping off the Malort.
It's one of those things, just clean people up afterwards.
Yeah.
Have an interaction. Here, this will settle you down. No, but yeah, just going back to the glass. Like going back to the glass just on the nose alone is like the smelling salt effect.
Yeah. And Tim, you're in the region. I know you can get Malort. There's a chance you could get the natural spirits.
Oh, he's in probably the vicinity. If not,
yeah.
We'll look at it. Like I said,
I think this is worthy of your testing. I think you're pretty fair game.
So, whew.
Yes, I am not a doctor, but I do play one on YouTube.
He's trying to pretend he's in a lab all the time now. All right,
I just walk around stabbing people with needles.
I hope not.
My secret's out.
It's horrifying.
All right. And all right, I'm just because I want to, I'm going to have a little, I don't have much left of this. Of course, you can't really see a little bit in there.
That's true.
Because when it's gone for me until I can, unless I can get somebody to procure some for me.
Well, you're not far away. You're not far away from a trip there, buddy.
I'm not far away from a trip there, but if I fly up there, I'm not going to be bringing any bottles back.
You'd be surprised what mules are out there in the world.
I mean, I don't know how many more times I can say it or throw my hands up in the air.
I think that's enough.
The hype is real.
Yeah. One of the more unique, fun spirits, mass appeal is there. I mean, and you're not going to find many people that aren't going to be happy. It's just a fun thing. You know what it reminds me of as far as things we had that have mass appeal? Um, Old Time Spirits apple pie.
Yep.
Like when you had that, everyone's gonna like this.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be happy. You know, you don't say that about much. That's easily down that line. And when you get down to that Christmas gingerbread one,
Yeah.
that's a fun one. So that's definitely one to get a hold of.
Pretty tasty.
All right. So
I mean, if we had like stop action animation, we could have like this bottle like killing the Malort and killing the wee Beastie.
it's just brimstone left. It's a whole different challenge.
We got to do brimstone. We'll do that. We'll do brimstone as a special edition to something. So I'll make sure and save this last bit so we can test it.
But yeah, if you can, when you get a chance, go to Natural Spirits LLC. Take a look them up. Like I said, they just moved their production facility to Sun Prairie. Eventually, they'll have it open to the public. It is not at the moment, but they are headed in that direction. Boy, can you imagine that as a place to stop in summer?
Just go there, just buy a bunch of bottles. Yeah.
So
and yeah, biking bourbon brimstone is awesome.
Yes,
but
it's fantastic. He was late. He was late.
You're late. So we're going to do one of my favorite things about brimstone is the fact that I can still taste it the next day. It's still because it just gets into your pores and your soul, and then the next day you're just like brimstone, and I love.
You were at a campfire last night or something.
Yeah, I got no problem with brimstone. Love it. However, wondering if this Natural Spirits Cantaloupe Cream Liqueur can cut through it the way it just cut through Malort and Ardbeg Wee Beastie. It killed the Wee Beastie. It killed Malort.
Yeah,
well, to be fair, one sip, it killed Malort, left a little saltiness. Sip number 2, gone.
So this is one. This, if you can find it, it's not that expensive. I think it was 20-ish range.
Yeah, when I saw it at a Total Wine up there, it was like $20.
Yeah, I mean, walking past it, just you grab one. You won't be disappointed. I'd probably grab 2 because it's like I said, it's one of those things where even if your wife or the kids that stop over don't drink, it's like, what are you having? This, like, oh, and all of a sudden you're just seeing it go. It just disappears in glasses. You're like,
yeah. Well, you buy one bottle, it's gonna go. This reminds me, I used to get this stuff called Lawn Dart. That was a lemon ginger liqueur. Oh yeah, man, that lawn dart. You put that in the fridge, you got it nice and cold, and it was like it was like having a slightly, well, the flavor tasted like a slightly alcoholic lemonade, but it was a good 30%. But that lawn dart, when you open the bottle, that bottle disappeared every single time. This would be the same thing.
Yeah, as I got 2. What happened? Damn it.
Yeah,
my friends came over last night.
Yeah, or go to stores and buy this out of the Wisconsin area. I don't know how much further out it goes from there, but
they are working on it, and the other thing they're doing that's pretty cool is they are working on with a girl that created liquor ice cream, and they're working with them on a project with that. It's the neat side of the science spirits industry that you don't hear about too much. But I mean, getting to preserve something that usually goes bad in a month or 2 for over a year shelf life, if not longer, is a big step towards getting something that's all natural.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're not lying. We love the stuff. So
yeah,
we'll find a bottle.
Yeah.
Dave will be happy, and so will everyone else. Like we said, there's a whole lineup of stuff to try from them. All their liqueurs.
Yeah.
Really, really
I mean, if you saw me in person, I'm not the one you go, I bet that guy eats a lot of cantaloupe. I am not a cantaloupe person. This stuff's pretty damn good.
All right. So keep your eyes out. There should be the reviews of Cedar Ridge coming out later this weekend. And then we're going to be heading into September. We got Copper Sky coming on the 12th. A couple other things in the works. Shannon Hood's going to be coming on.
Might have some small or some short, some live shorts or some other shorts put out in a couple of weeks. Shorts.
Yeah, there'll be a weekend where you'll see some clips, abrupt clips, or maybe some quick live tastings or samplings of things going on in a couple of weeks. It'll be a fun weekend coming up. So for everyone here at My Whiskey Den, thank you very much for stopping in. Remember, it's not the size of the den that matters. It's the love of whiskey.
Or
Cheers,
liqueur.
Or liqueur, or hell, any spirit. Just love them all, especially when they're like this. It's hard to go wrong.